Tuesday, April 9th. Al Sharpton, aka MSNBC, versus Rand Paul. Go.
We keep hearing Republicans say they want to reach out to minorities, be more inclusive, expand the tent. But guess who's leading the charge? I had to read the headline a few times today to make sure it was really there. Senator Rand Paul will speak Wednesday at Howard University. He'll focus on outreach to younger voters as well as minority groups, and will discuss the history of African American communities' roots in the Republican Party. I wonder if he'll also discuss his infamous comments in an interview with my colleague Rachel Maddow on the Civil Rights Act.
If there was a private business, say in Louisville, say somewhere in your home state, that wanted to not serve black patrons or wanted to not serve gay patrons or somebody else on the basis of their of a characteristic that they decided they didn't like as a private business owner, do you think that they had a legal right to do so, to put up a "Blacks Not Served Here" sign?
Well, the interesting thing is, you look back to the 1950s and 1960s at the problems we faced. There were incredible problems. The problems had to do mostly with voting. They had to do with schools. They had to do with public housing. And so this is what the civil rights largely addressed, and all things that I largely agree with.
Actually, the interesting thing is, he didn't answer the question. He wouldn't say if he thought businesses should be able to discriminate based on race.
These are important philosophical.
Okay, all right. From the get-go, I first saw this when it happened, and I knew right at the top that was the incorrect answer to give. All right. So here's my chance to put words in his mouth. You have to come back at these people. The answer was, so, Miss Maddow, you want to force a property owner to serve a potential customer. I say no. You do not have the right to force a property owner of a restaurant that's owned by a white, black, Christian, or Jew to serve a potential customer. You do not have the right to force a black individual proprietor of a restaurant to serve a group of KKK members that are wearing their hoods and wash their dishes for them. You do not have the right to force that black man and his family to cook the meal of a KKK group sitting at his table. You cannot force him to bring food to that table, nor can you force the Jewish owner of a deli to serve a group of neo-Nazis wearing swastikas that walk into his restaurant and want a sandwich. You cannot force him to serve people that are wearing or espousing ideas that are repulsive to him. You cannot force anybody to serve another human being. You do not have that right, ma'am. You do not have that right.